Hello everybody, this is Mark with Wolves of the Rockies. Taking a break today, and we're going to do a video on what happened this last session, where we were, where we're at now, and how we're going to move forward. Let me talk a little briefly about the session. House Bill 224, which was a snaring bill, was brought forward by Representative Fielder, who is anti-wolf and a big-time trapper from Montana. That bill passed, was sent to the governor, passed both chambers, the Senate and the House, was sent to the governor, and the governor signed it. So that will go into law at the next commissioner's hearing for wolves. Let's talk about House Bill 225. This is another Fielder bill. It's an anti-wolf bill. It's a pro-trapping bill. This bill is to extend the wolf trapping season, which now includes snaring. That bill also passed, was sent to the governor, and you all know that our governor is a poacher, so he has no problem killing wolves, especially Yellowstone wolves, and he's pretty proud of it. So that bill was signed and sent into law. Senate Bill 267, which is a Senator Bob Brown bill, and this bill would allow for the reimbursement, we call it a bounty, reimbursement for trappers who go out and hunt and trap, or hunt, trap, and snare wolves. So that will go into law soon. It was signed by the governor. One thing to keep in mind is how low will they go is this bill will actually lead to the killing of pregnant wolves. And another thing it's going to do, mark my words on this, we firmly believe that this is going to be a conflict bill. There's going to be many, many, many more snares out there. They're going to have more time to trap, hunt, and kill wolves. So what this is going to lead to, sadly, is more people's pets getting caught in snares and traps, and God forbid, children. It's going to be more animals killed for the majority of Montanans, and the trapping community did well this year with the legislative body. Lastly, there's Senate Bill 314, which is what we call a kill-all wolf bill. It's on the governor's desk, and he did not sign it. As far as we know, he did not sign it, but it went into law after 10 days. He has three options. He can veto it, he can sign it, or he can let it go 10 working days and, 10 calendar days, and it will become law. So it is law now, and will go to the commission for them to implement it. There's a helicopter in the background, and it's pretty sad when you hear a helicopter on the side of a mountain that you think they're in there, wildlife services in there killing wolves. But you never know, that's how they do it these days. Something I want to talk about a little bit is a boycott. People are talking about, I don't want to boycott, I want to boycott Montana. Well, here's the thing, there's a lot of good people and good businesses that support wolves in Montana. So please, 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 do your homework. If you're not sure about something, call them up. Say, hey, listen, before I stay here, do you like wolves, or are you opposed to wolves? Let these people know why you're coming to Montana for the wildlife, and especially wolves. Something that we are promoting is a boycott of the outfitters that are part of the Montana Outfitters and Guides Association. This organization opposed or supported every anti-wolf bill. Now remember, these are the same people, when you come to Montana and you visit and you want to go on a horseback ride, which is great, these are the same people killing your wolves and your soon-to-be grizzlies and other carnivores that are important for the environment. Do your homework and try to figure out who is anti-wolf and which outfitters are, want to live with wildlife. We will be doing a video on how you can locate online the outfitters that are anti-wolf. But remember MOGA. MOGA is the Montana Outfitters and Guides again, and for the most part, well, let's be honest, Mac Menard wanted every wolf in Montana killed. He supported every bill that was pro-kill wolf, and he also said that he would use trips into the backcountry. The money raised from those trips would be used to support the bounty program, which is it's a terrible bill too. But listen, Senate Bill 267 is the reimbursement bounty bill, so keep that in mind. That passed, went to the governor's office, he signed off on it. So think about the outfitter that you use in Montana. I really don't like the fact that we have to lower ourselves to their level, but I think the one thing they'll feel is if people don't come here, don't use outfitters because of their attitude towards wolves and other predators, they need to feel our pain. So I encourage you to do your homework on outfitters, and we'll help you. We're going to put a video out in a couple weeks that will help you determine which outfitters are good and which outfitters are bad. So where do we go from here? It looks like there's a big push to at least open a investigation into the relisting of wolves in Montana and Idaho and perhaps Wyoming. We're all for this. We support this, and we will keep you in the loop as this unfolds. I think the stars at the federal level are aligning, and we can send a clear message to the state management agencies who are clearly conspiring with the outfitters and the anti-wolf community to kill more wolves. Their silence was deafening. The new commissioners they've selected that I've seen so far, I don't have a lot of faith in. We'll see with time. We'll reach out to them and see if we can work with them. But I know one's an outfitter himself, so I'm sure he's not going to support wolves, but we'll see. We'll work with him, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and we'll try to turn that around. We've been working in the Missoula area, trying to establish trap-free areas where people can go recreate with their family and their pets. This seems to the local office for Fish, Wildlife, and Parks doesn't seem to want to support, at least at this stage, any areas that would be off limits to hunting, or not hunting, but trapping and snaring. I don't know if there's anything that's going to come forward to the commission in the form of a proposal for our area. It doesn't look very good. Regardless of how many people recreate here, the trappers, the silent, or I should say the vocal majority or minority is very powerful. And we're fighting for trap-free areas here, but I'm not sure we're going to get those. One thing good is many of you know that the alpha female several years ago was killed. The alpha female for the Canyon Pack was killed or poached inside Yellowstone National Park. Our reward to date has been $12,000 for information leading to the conviction or information that will convict this individual or individuals that did this. We're proud to announce that with the help of one of our great supporters and good friends, we're going to up that to $20,000. So we will be announcing that in the soon, and we will also be putting that in the local newspaper in the Gardner area, that our reward is at $20,000. We're not going to give up on this. We want to get to the bottom of it, and we want to prosecute the individual that did this. So let's move on to Governor Gianforte, who killed a Yellowstone wolf. And what we're doing there is we've been really dialed into legislative session, and we're struggling to get through that. Well, that's over. So now we're moving to develop information in the form of what they call a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. And we've already reached out to Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks to get information from them. Our next move is to move to the governor's office and get information from there that we want. And make no mistake, this isn't gonna just fall to the wayside. We've talked to several attorneys that work with us constantly, and they're willing to, as they said in the Godfather, go to the mattress on this. So it's going to take a little while because they're going to fight us on it, but it's public information, and we all know that our governor is anti-wolf, and we want to get to the bottom of it, and we want to see just how dialed in Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks are they complicit with this cover-up. So I want to go into the aerial gunning of 2 wolves in the Big Hole Valley, which happened I think back in March or February. Once again, we were really focused on the legislative session. Well, that's over, as I said. Now we were going after, we've already submitted FOIA request to obtain information from the Department of Livestock. Now we're going to be moving on. Once we receive that information, we're going to reach out to Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks because we believe they're complicit in this too. So we are working that. The wheels are going to turn slow on this. But once again, we have great attorneys. They're willing to go to bat and get this information. It's going to take some time. The governor's office isn't going to be very cooperative. But you know, when you have nothing to hide, you're very cooperative. When you have everything to hide, you have a tendency to not be cooperative. This is my experience with them. So we'll keep you in the loop on that. Some good things, thanks to you, our supporters. We're putting up 2 billboards that are asking Montana and people that visit Montana to get involved. I stand for wolves, hashtag I stand for wolves. These billboards, one is going up in Glacier National Park to catch the visitors that go in the park, have a great time. When they come out, they'll see the reality of what Montana is, the ugly underbelly of Montana on killing wolves. Don't forget, there's supposed to be around 1,150 wolves in Montana. They want to kill 900. That's a huge number. People need to know this. Wolves didn't deserve this. So thanks to you, we're putting up 2 billboards, and we're looking at a couple more. So we're turning up the heat on this, and it's all because of your generosity. So on behalf of everybody at Wolves of the Rockies, thank you so much. We have entered the and this is all new to me. I guess this is what the young people are doing. They're collecting cards that you would normally send people. Well, they have these electronic cards, and we're working with an organization called Phil Ropey. It's PHILROPY.com, and they're being very generous to us with these cards, and the money that we receive from these electronic cards, collectible cards for Wolves of the Rockies. We're going to use that to up the ante in the fight to protect and defend Montana, Yellowstone, Wyoming, and Idaho wolves. So if you get a chance, check Phil Ropey, PHILROPY.com. Look for a card. It's picture 06 on the level or on the card. It's a pretty cool card. I encourage you to at least check it out. It's pretty nice. Let me think. I want to remind you, hashtag I stand with wolves. Send us your photos. We want your photos of you with a sign, or your kids, your young people, your pets, whatever. I stand with wolves. Hashtag I stand with wolves. Send them to us. This is the way forward with social media. Social media has an incredible amount of power. It's just awesome. So I'm asking you, check it out. It's on Instagram, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook. So please take a minute and sign up. Send us your photo. I stand with wolves. We're very grateful. We have some, like I said, some great supporters. Last but not least, these are just some of the things that we're doing. There's other things that we just can't talk about right now because we're still developing an approach, a strategy on it. Hopefully wolves will be relisted, or at least considered for relisting, because God knows they need help. I want to thank all you, our supporters and followers, for being so generous and helpful in this fight, especially the legislative session. We couldn't have done many of the things that we did without your help. And there was one bill, the Trappers Bill, to make trapping a heritage in Montana. I think it's House Bill 367. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's 367. You hear so many bill numbers, you get confused at times. But it's a Representative Paul Fielder bill, who you know is anti-wolf and a big-time trapper. We managed, with the help of the Democratic Party, to kill that bill. And I think of all the bills, no matter how terrible they are, and they are, make no mistake, they're all terrible, but this was the one I think Representative Fielder wanted the most. So I want to thank you for your help on behalf of our board, Lorenza, Rhonda, Kim. We're very grateful, but the fight is far from over. The fight's only over when we say it's over. And right now we're just going to get up, dust ourselves off, and we're going to move forward. The next big thing coming down the line will be Fish, Wildlife and Parks Commission meeting in December, and that will determine or start the ball rolling on implementing all these kill bills that the legislative body brought forward. So we're going to need your help then. In the meantime, as I said, thank you so much. On behalf of everybody at Wolves of the Rockies, you guys are the best. We couldn't do it without you.